Now at 6 and streaming on crossroadstoday.com, commissioners are considering whether to eliminate a constable position in Goliad County.
A Calhoun County resident is given a trespass warning after speaking at a recent school board meeting.
The city of Seadrift has a new mayor after candidates drop out of the upcoming May election.
Well, the sunshine has returned. It looks like we went from winter on Friday to springtime on Sunday. We've got very nice weather coming up. We'll have all that coming up in just a minute.
And Cuero women's basketball is ready to make history.
A meeting of the Goliad County Commissioners is canceled after officials realize it violated the Texas Open Meetings Act.
25 News Now weekend anchor Trenton Whiting is live in Goliad with the details. Trenton?
Well, Don and Shawna, we thought we would be discussing several topics here at the Goliad County Commissioner's Court, but it was canceled after a resident during public comments advised the court that they were in fact in violation of the Texas Open Meetings Act. They did not post the agenda 72 hours in advance. The meeting was posted on time at the county courthouse, but state law says the notice of a meeting of a governmental body must be posted in a place readily accessible to the general public at all times for at least 72 hours before the scheduled time of the meeting. The online agenda must be posted at the same time. Among the key items on the agenda, commissioners plan to discuss the potential elimination of the county's audit position, as well as a proposal to appoint a new constable for Precinct 1 after Kevin Story's resignation on February 7th. This follows a resolution by the Commissioners Court to remove the Precinct 1 constable. In response, A.J. Lauterbach addressed the matter in a letter to Goliad County Judge Mike Bennett. The letter directly addresses the legislation aimed at eliminating one of the two constable positions. Now, right now, there's no news on an amended meeting, but we'll be updating you as the new meeting details come out. Trenton Whiting, KVU TV, 25 News Now.
All right, thank you, Trenton. A Port Lavaca woman is facing charges after leading police on a chase and crashing. Victoria police responded to reports of an intoxicated driver Sunday night. They spotted the vehicle on Highway 185 near Highway 59 and tried to stop the driver. Police say the driver fled toward Bloomington before crashing on Good Street. Police arrested 37-year-old Marquita Cuellar for evading arrest with a vehicle and driving while intoxicated.
Corpus Christi police officers in the Houston branch office of the FBI arrested a man today accused of planning a mass casualty attack. Authorities said 21-year-old Seth Gregory was arrested on a terroristic threats warrant. The FBI was notified of Gregory making terroristic threats against Corpus Christi police officers. He is accused of planning an attack on police similar to the 2016 attack on police carried out in Dallas.
The city of Seadrift is under a boil water notice. The city shut off water for several hours today to fix 2 leaks. Now that the water's back on, residents should boil their water until the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality gives the all clear. This comes just weeks after Seadrift spent nearly a month under a boil water notice due to low water pressure. That one was finally lifted on February 7th. 2 candidates in Seadrift in the May election for Seadrift have dropped out of those races. According to a post from the city's Facebook page, Randall Kane withdrew from the city council race and Elmer DeForest stepped out of the mayoral special election. That leaves Lori Stafford Thomas running unopposed for mayor. This was announced along with the results of a drawing to determine the order of names of the candidates as they would appear on the ballot. This was again announced along with the names on the ballot.
The sun is out in full force. Can you believe it? It's only been a week since it wasn't. And it was really cold, you know, but you knew that.
Yeah, even yesterday was pretty cloudy, so it was nice.
Cloudy, rainy, yeah.
Wait. Friday night, I was driving home. I saw snow and ice. And what a change. I mean, I don't know if you were out there on Sunday, but it was cold and then it was beautiful sunshine. So what a change, right? Well, tomorrow we're going to continue with this streak of fairly warm weather. Look at this, 75 for us is our high. In the 80s along the Texas border. What's happening out here? Why is it so much warmer? Well, we'll be talking about that and taking a look at could be the arrival of springtime in South Texas. So we'll have all that coming up in just a moment.
Mike, thank you. A Central Texas man is one of 2 passengers to file the first lawsuits against Delta Airlines. The lawsuits come after one of its jets flipped over during landing in Toronto last week. Martinez Lawrence claims he ended up upside down, hanging from his seatbelt inside a burning plane. He claims he suffered more injuries when he released his seatbelt and fell to the ceiling of the aircraft. Lawrence still helped open the emergency exit for fellow passengers. The lawsuit seeks damages for injuries and future medical costs.
The Texas House has rolled out a plan to cut property taxes, setting the stage for a showdown with the Senate. Lawmakers are gearing up to debate how to spend $3.5 billion in proposed tax cuts, something Republican leaders are making a top priority. According to the Texas Tribune, the House wants to send billions of dollars to local school districts so they can lower tax rates. Another bill would give business owners bigger tax breaks on essential items like furniture, computers, and tools.
A teenager is in custody after police say he shot his mother and sister multiple times Saturday night in North Houston. Police say the 15-year-old ingested a large amount of marijuana edibles before calling 911, threatening to kill someone or himself. Minutes later, he opened fire, shooting his mother in the back and his 17-year-old sister multiple times. When firefighters arrived, the team pointed a gun at them before throwing it and running off. Police quickly took him into custody. His mother and sister are in critical condition. A 16-year-old sister inside the home was not hurt. Governor Greg Abbott directed the Texas Rangers to investigate 2 incidents involving the Texas Lottery. The incidents included a bulk purchase of lottery tickets in April 2023 and the recent $83.5 million win through a courier service. The Texas Lottery Commission says couriers are no longer allowed to sell tickets. The new policy is a shift from the department's long-standing view that lottery officials had no control over the third-party services.
State Senator Brandon Crichton filed legislation today that would extend the state's ban on diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives to K-12 public schools, marking the first step in fulfilling a priority of Governor Greg Abbott's this year. To read the full Texas Tribune article, visit crossroadstoday.com. Well, a man speaking out at Calhoun County School Board meetings is served with a trespass warning.
25 News Now reporter Ray Mosley joins us live with more on what happened. Ray?
Yes, Shawna and Dawn, a Port Lavaca resident by the name of Gary Jackson was issued a trespassing warning for attending a Calhoun County School Board meeting. He was issued the notice last December after speaking at a board meeting about wanting a book regarding 9/11 added to the school library. It was the second time Jackson spoke at a school board meeting on the topic. School officials claimed Jackson was being disruptive, and it was issued a warning by the police chief.
I want every school, I'm starting with my hometown, to bring this awareness.
Jackson says he's very passionate about physics and wants children of Calhoun County ISD to gain that same knowledge. We reached out to the Calhoun County Superintendent's office, but we've yet to hear back. Reporting live, Ray Mosley, KVU TV, 25 News Now.
This brings us to our viewer poll today. Should school districts be allowed to issue trespass notices to members of the public? Yes, but with an annual review of that trespass notice, or no? We want to hear from you. Visit crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part. And 81% of voters say yes, they believe that school districts should be allowed to issue trespass notices. 11% of voters feel that no, they should not. Continue voting. We'll have the latest numbers on 25 News Now at 10.
And new at 10 tonight, we'll introduce you to a woman who addressed Victoria County commissioners this morning. She says she had questions about First Amendment training for county employees, but when she visited the courthouse a few weeks ago, she says she had the door closed on her. We'll show you that video and why she says she has more questions now about respect and conduct by those elected and working in public offices.
Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell to receive alerts. Stay with us. Coming up on 25 News Now at 6, some federal workers may lose their job tonight with a deadline from Elon Musk.
Also ahead, a union is fighting the Trump administration's plan to abolish the U.S. Postal Service.
From heartbreak to hope, a survivor's journey following heart failure. Oh yeah, I mean, there's fears because, you know, it's not a guarantee. Talked to a guy one day, he's had his art for over 30 years. That's, you know, that's reassuring.
Shawna Currie brings us their inspiring story as we celebrate Heart Month. Watch Beating the Odds on 25 News Now Extra.
Welcome back. The U.S. joins Russia to vote against a UN General Assembly resolution condemning Russia's war on Ukraine. Despite that, the General Assembly adopted the resolution with 93 votes in favor. The U.S. found itself at odds with its longtime European allies as it introduced a different resolution that did not call Russia the aggressor or confirm Ukraine's territorial integrity. Several amendments were added to that resolution to toughen the language against Russia before the vote. Thousands of federal workers are facing a looming deadline at 11:59 tonight from Elon Musk to list their accomplishments from the last week or face potential termination.
Yeah, federal unions are firing back, though. They're saying in a lawsuit that this ultimatum violates the law. It comes as thousands of workers are already terminated by the Trump administration today.
In just hours, up to 2 million federal workers could be terminated, with tech billionaire Elon Musk offering an ultimatum, telling them on X to list what they got done last week and warning that failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. An email was sent by the Office of Personnel Management at the direction of Musk, demanding workers reply with 5 bullet points by midnight tonight. President Trump saying today he applauds the move.
There was a lot of genius in sending it. We're trying to find out if people are working. If people don't respond, it's very possible that there is no such person or they're not working.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy telling DOT employees to respond, defending the move on Fox News.
If you can't come up with 5 things that you did, maybe you shouldn't be employed here.
Leadership at the Treasury Department telling employees to comply and respond by OPM's deadline. But the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, writing, given the inherently sensitive and classified nature of our work, employees should not respond. Musk saying he's simply following instructions from President Trump, who encouraged him to get more aggressive. The U.S. Agency for International Development placing most of its staff worldwide on leave and firing at least 1,600 U.S.-based roles, despite prior assurances from the administration to preserve the agency's core life-saving medical services, plus food and shelter assistance. Serena Simioli says she got a termination letter Friday night.
The work that we do, it matters. And we won't know how much it matters until we're presented with another catastrophic disaster.
Federal unions filing a lawsuit calling this move unlawful and asking a judge to immediately block the Trump administration from continuing to fire employees and require the White House to reinstate the employees that have already been laid off. That judge in California has set a hearing for Thursday to determine whether to block the administration from terminating probationary federal workers. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
A union representing Postal Service workers held a rally in D.C. today. The group gathered to oppose the Trump administration's possible plan to abolish the U.S. Postal Service and privatize mail delivery. President Trump has repeatedly claimed the post office is not financially sustainable on its own. The National Association of Letter Carriers said the move would impact nearly 8 million jobs and cause shipping costs to increase. The rally comes after Postmaster General Louis DeJoy stepped down in early February.
Do you think you can call this year's Academy Award winners? Step into the spotlight and predict the Oscars for your chance to win a gift card bundle from Peter Piper Pizza. Visit crossroadstoday.com to submit your predictions.
Gorgeous day out there, lots of sunshine. The only problem tonight is that we're going to have some fog to deal with. In fact, we may be down to low visibilities by sunrise. We'll be talking about that and assure you that it's going to be very spring-like for most of this week. We'll have all that coming up in just a moment. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the sunshine. It was amazing. Friday night, I'm driving and I'm running into sleet and snow and flakes, and here it is, springtime already. Right about now, we're at 70 degrees. Everything changed as that north wind blew away and the south wind kicked back in. We managed to get up to 77 today. 37 was the low this morning. Of course, that's just a little bit above normal, but very interesting how things turned around in just a matter of 2-3 days. Look at the high temperatures tomorrow in West Texas, well into the 80s. And the reason for that is they're going to be picking up a southwest wind. Southwest wind obviously comes off the landmass that's warm and fairly dry. And so they're looking for rather warm temperatures. We are looking to get up to about 70 degrees tomorrow afternoon. It'll feel good. It'll feel like springtime for sure. The only problem we have is that tonight, as the atmosphere cools, we're going to get down to the dew point, and widespread fog is expected to develop. For all my truck drivers that get out there early in the morning, got to go north, south, or west, I'd say wait till about 9 o'clock, because then it'll be better. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with a lot of soupy stuff. Visibility is down to 1/4 mile in many areas. You can see right about here. This is, of course, now. We go to midnight. We start picking up that fog. By 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, we're looking for places that'll have less than a half-mile visibility right along Highway 59. So if you're thinking you're going to Houston tomorrow morning, if you're thinking you're going to Beeville, you're going to be dealing with that as well, and even northbound. Southbound, maybe a little bit less of a problem, but visibilities will be a problem in the morning. Now, 9 o'clock, almost to the minute, it's going to burn off, and we got another sunny day with fairly nice southerly winds kicking in and bringing us an early touch of springtime here. There's the old storm that brought us the snow that we had Friday, just 3-4 days ago. It's already in Florida producing rain. High pressure is giving us the good weather, and by tomorrow it'll be giving us a stronger south wind. That's why we're looking for upper 70s for the next couple of days. Way out here, there's a frontal system. This one is going to be making it to our area in about 4 days, but it's going to be a shadow of its former self. It's a very powerful storm, but the center of it is going to track right along the U.S.-Canada border, so it's just too far away. to bring us any really cooling stuff. We are, however, looking for a drier air mass. Now, these are the high temperatures over the next few days. No problem. No cold temperatures. Everything popping up in the 70s all the way through. Overnight tonight, we're looking at 49 for us, 47 in Houston, 51 down in Corpus Christi. And of course, all you got to worry about is that fog early in the morning. Or if you sleep late, you probably won't even see it, you know. Otherwise, 75, 76, not bad with abundant afternoon sun and temperatures out west getting a little warmer. Future tracker, as you see right about here, 2 a.m., little band of clouds coming through. No major problems through Tuesday. Wednesday, there's that little front I told you about that's coming through with a slight chance of a sprinkle or two, but it won't be much of anything. So we're looking good. 71 tomorrow in Port Lavaca. Getting to about a good 74, 75 in the Cuero area. 7-day forecast, well, it's spring has sprung again as temperatures are going to be well almost near 80 degrees on Wednesday before that front. And of course, it's perfect timing because it's the Junior Livestock Show weekend, and so a lot of people will be down at sale barns. That is your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have this QR code. If you scan that, you can put Crossroads a day on your phone. Shawna, back to you.
All right, thank you, Mac. Well, now we send it over to Max Williams with a look at sports.
All right, thanks, Sean. And after the break, we're going to highlight Refugio and Tidehaven Women's Basketball All-District Awards announced earlier today. I'll tell you which players got the top honors coming up in sports. All right, Crossroads. Hope everyone's having a great start to their week here today. And speaking of that, though, the Cuero Lady Gobblers, they're going to have a good start of their week because starting tomorrow, they get to have a tough challenge in the state semifinals versus the Bridge City Cardinals there at the Merrill Center in Katy, Texas. This game will start at 6 p.m. The doors will open for fans at 5:30 p.m. The Cuero Lady Gobblers, they beat the Navarro Panthers last week in the regional finals to advance to the state semifinals. And later tonight, 25 News Now Sports at 10, we'll hear from the head coach, Amy Crane, about how she's feeling about heading into tomorrow's big game. Now, from one team that's playing in the state semifinals, team that got eliminated in the regional final last week, they're in the Tidehaven Tigerettes facing the Yorkton Saguas. Well, they announced their All-District Awards today with everyone on the team making academic All-District Awards there. So props up there for Tidehaven, and some individual awards with Mary Johnson winning District MVP, Defensive Player of the Year going to #1 Naomi Alameda, Newcomer of the Year going to Adrian Abotes, first team All-District going to Ava Escovel, Makai Reddick, and then second team All-District going to Fair Sirius Dove and Sophia Garcia. And props up to an honorable mention in Callie Claxton. Again, props up to everyone there on Tidehaven for getting a record-breaking season this year and getting all those honors today. Now, from one school to another, Refugio women's basketball also received their All-District awards. First with Brady Fox-Smith getting District MVP, Jasmine Lynn Lewis winning Defensive Player of the Year honors, and head coach Adrian Buller getting Refugio's staff honors as well. In the first team All-District there, C.D. Willis and Lakeland Cancino. Second team All-District to Renee Carroll and Cassidy Repka. An honorable mention All-District to Mabry Garcia. Again, just like Tidehaven, congrats to all the ladies winning All-District there for Refugio. Now over to some soccer action where the #1 ranked ranked in district there. The Bay City Lady Cats are facing Rice Consolidated Raiders as we speak right now. The game kicked off at 5:30, and right now for Bay City, they're atop the district with an 8-0-1 record over El Campo, Hallettsville, and Pulaski and Calhoun are battling for that 4 spot, as we know. Wish the Lady Cats luck, as it is senior night for them as well, so we'll give you again the score update later on there at 10. And also the men's team's also playing tonight, also on top of the district as well. It's 7-0-2 record. They also have senior night as well. They're going to play just after the women game's done, 7:15 p.m. Again, they're leading atop over Calhoun, El Campo, which are both tied there at second place at 6-2-1 district records. And then finally tonight, we're only 3 days away from the beginning of the NFL Scouting Combine held in Indianapolis. And we got some Texas athletes that are competing here at the Combine, trying to show off their skills, NFL scouts. First, some names you're probably familiar with Texas quarterback Quentin Ewers and Texas Tech running back Taj Brooks, and also Texas running back Jaden Blue and Texas wide receiver Isaiah Bond, Matthew Golden. A couple of the names that are going to be there in total. There are 13 players from the University of Texas attending. Also there as well, 2 invites for TCU, 4 actually there from Texas Tech, and then 8 invites in total from SMU, Texas A&M, Baylor, and UTSA, all competing there in the Scouting Combine, and will put their names in the 2025 NFL Draft there in late April. That's going to do it here in sports. Don and Shawna, back to you.
Max, thank you, and we're back in a moment. A Virginia woman saves a toddler who was wandering onto a busy neighborhood street. Finally tonight, a Virginia woman is called a hero after rescuing a toddler who was in traffic near a busy intersection. LaToya Parham says inclement weather put her in the right place at the right time to save the child from potentially getting seriously hurt. She put her car in park and jumped out to get the young boy. Authorities say the child came from a nearby daycare. The wandering boy was found with no coat. Police say the boy was not hurt. Parham believes fate and her faith is why this boy's journey came to the best conclusion possible. course, there are questions how the boy get away from the daycare and stuff like that, and with no coat, and you know it's got to be freezing temperatures up in Virginia. But way to go, Ms. Parham. Great job. Great job.
Glad she was there. Little guardian angel there.
Got her wings.
Well, folks, we got some spring-like weather for you. I say spring-like because it's, you know, theoretically still winter, but it's looking really good. Upper 70s right on through. Little front comes in on Wednesday for a little gusty north wind on Thursday, but that is not going to get us out of the 70s, and it's perfect timing for the livestock show because it's going to be great weather all the way through the weekend.
All right. Keep it going, Mac. We like this
Thank
wing
you.
streak.
Thank you very much.
Just in time for the carnival for the livestock show, too. Yes. All right. Hey, thank you so much for joining us.
We'll see you back here tonight for 25 News Now at 10. Until then, have a great evening.